All right, get attention. Attention here. Attention here. I think I'm going to enable this one piano recital at the Woodyard House Homestead. Not sure what to call it. It's chilly out today. I just came out from the backyard. It's afternoon, and there's still ice on stuff that you got to scrape off. It's not melted. It's not like a block of ice, even there's a block of ice in the water bowl. Somebody told me last year, you know it's cold when your dog bowl or cat water bowl is frozen solid. It's not frozen solid, so it's not cold out. But it's got to be at least 32, I'm guessing. And it's fairly breezy out there. We're going to go out for a ride in a little bit. But I'm in here because of no wind, and it's 90 degrees in here. No, it's 88 degrees in here. So I'm not cold out there. I don't have my mittens on. I'm going to show you a long time ago. The reason I'm calling it piano recital, I think that's what I just said a little while ago. Long time ago, when my kids that were this big now were this big, the one was taking piano lessons. She wouldn't practice the piano, wouldn't practice the piano, wouldn't practice the piano. And we still have the piano, and she plays on a little bit every now and then. But anyhow, she's no Beethoven or Bach or whatever, but she enjoyed it, and it was a good thing. And so anyhow, she'd come home from school, and her mom would tell her, go do your homework, clean your room, go do this, go do this. Well, the least of the things she wanted to do was practice the piano. And so if her mother told her to go do her homework, or go do clean her room, or other various chores that you give kids, you knew she was really pushing it when she was practicing the piano. So right now I'm really pushing it. I have a long list of things to do, and I guess the least thing that I want to do is what I'm going to do. So with that being said, we're going to putt around on the Kubota a little bit and show you my list of things that, and this is not big, these are not big projects, these are kind of small projects, and just things that I need to get done and I'm working on. So when I make a video, it chews up a lot more time making a video. So I'm making this video, and then I'm gonna go do a lot of stuff and not do a video of me doing too much stuff. I'll show you a couple things, a couple ideas that got going on, and then as the day goes on, I'm going to be working on them. If I knew how to zoom through some of the stuff, I would. Now a lot of this stuff gets put aside because of something else takes precedence or higher on the list, and I'll go through that as I'm walking around. I guess I'll just take you on the whole tripod. It's probably less bouncy because I'm going to work in the back. I was working on the we'll start in here. Guess now I'm in here, one thing on my list is start to put all these tools away and clean up all the mess after clean up with the boiler. This was kind of a nightmare. I still got some problems with it. They got to be changed, so I got that on my list somewhere here. These pipes expand real far when they heat up, and they move in and out, but they like to favor that direction. It's hard to explain because the way the pipe gets cold at one end, it expands at that end and stays put, but then when it cools down at this end, which makes it go that way. But they walk like caterpillars. So I have that thing down there hooking them together, and I have a hook over there. Now once I warm it up and they come out, maybe I can get this bow out of here. I put all sorts of stuff on there. I put all sorts and ended up cutting it all off and redoing everything. I got the tripod sitting behind me, and I just got 10 tons of tools everywhere. So I got to do that there. But I was working on the vacuum blower for the #1 sawmill, and then the boiler. It's time to get the boiler going because it got chilly. Like I said, it's about 30. Wish you had smell a video on. The boiler is running now. I guess you can see the stack up there through the leaves. It doesn't really give off a whole lot of smoke because it heats up faster, but I do have a condensation problem with it. And so I've been playing around with different things to do that. See this piece here? We'll go for that. I ended up, I think I left you, and maybe I had to change that one there. I changed one down there. And I just, little nightmares one after another. You can see where the squirrels pull all this stuff off of that. I want to clean up around here. I got tools and stuff sitting over there. I got pans sitting there. I got parts that I got to put back into my parts department. And look at this mess. You ain't never seen a mess. I got stuff everywhere. I went to the store yesterday. Oh, that's another thing that chewed up time. Anyhow, that insulation box that I just showed you in the back, this was never insulated. And so I insulated it. Well, when I insulated it, ever since then it's been condensating. You can see the condensate down there now. This year I decided not to put that insulation on there. This pan here fills up. There's two pans there, because you can't put a deep pan. And it's easy to pour that little pot. So that's, I get 5 gallons of creosote a month, and that's what that jug is. This is part of my getting the antifreeze out of the system. The boiler, I guess I filled up the boiler. I had to drop the circuit twice. So when I dropped the circuit twice, that was like 8 or 9 gallons that I had to take out. Okay, the third time I had to drop the circuit, it was up high enough here that I only lost, you know, maybe a quart. And I did reclaim it. I reclaim all that. So anyhow, when I put the water back in, I pumped it in. I think I showed you the pump. I pumped it back into here, or maybe I'm going to show you the pump on tonight's video, or this is tomorrow. I don't know where I'm at. Anyhow, it stayed in here, wouldn't go in the boiler. That's the thing on my list. Up there, I doubt that you can even see it. It's so dark up in there. Up there, there's a low water cutoff that I have set real high. So if there was a problem, it would shut the system off. Well, what happened was all the water stayed in the boiler, or in the expansion tank, and I had to get it in the boiler. So I had to then I took the top off the low water cutoff and bypassed it to make sure that was the issue. It was the issue. So then I knew, but I checked. I also have a sight glass on the boiler. There's a little place up there that you can get in and see the sight glass, and it was full right to the top. But there's still, I don't know, probably, I don't know how many gallons above that, because the boiler's rounded at the top. Even though here it looks square, it's rounded. Anyhow, low water was cutting off, so now I got to put the lid back on the low water cutoff. So that's hard to get to. And I ended up pressurizing this tank, which pushed the water out, which then pressurized the air that was in the boiler. And then when I let the pressure back off of this, then it pushed the air back into this. Then I had to pressurize it 3 times to get the water in there, and then it took off. Now it's been running now for 2 days. I still have all the condensate problem, and I don't care how dry your wood is. This wood here is what I call my Cadillac wood. This is over 4 years old. The stuff we just saw that was behind me in the greenhouse. And the date on that wood in the greenhouse is October of 18. So it's 4 years old, over 4 years old now. And it is picking up weight. I meant to show you that while I was out there. It's picking up weight. Did you see the hickory out there? It had gained a pound. Now when the humidity starts getting low, it should lose that pound. So I forget what the hickory started out at, but that's, I don't know how old that is now. I'd have to look at the dates. I don't remember. And I'm also firing it on that wood. And if you saw any videos of the boiler last year, that's the same wood that was in there last year and the year before that. I'm using some of that. Has not slowed down the condensation rate. So it's kind of frustrating. And that's what caused all the boiler problems. The baffle that I got, there's a baffle on that little gauge back there, stuck open from condensate just building up and gumming that up. Even though I check it pretty frequently, I didn't check it frequently enough, and it held it open. And the dump zone I got dumped the extra heat to the greenhouse, which made that circuit go hotter, and that's what took out the O-rings, I guess, in those shark bites. Anyhow, I lowered the temperature. I lowered the temperature 10 degrees. That means I have to lower my red light temperature a few degrees, and that's, the fire's just about out when it does that. So that's kind of a pain in the neck. Anyhow, that's some of the stuff that I'm working on. I want to get this area cleaned out. That's on a big list, a list of big to-dos, gots to-dos. Here's the blower that I'm working on. I'll probably work on that tonight after dark. But you know, after dark, it's gonna be 28 degrees out here, and old don't like cold. But what I've come up with here is it's bolted down in 3 areas here, and it's long enough. Now I've got this board here. These boards are in there because when I come in here with the forks, I don't want it to lift on the pump blower itself, so it'll actually be picking up on these. So now I have to pick this thing up, and that 4x4 is just up there so I can drill holes through there and not mess things up. That won't be there. I'm going to put some Trex on there so it sits on Trex. Anyhow, these I want to bolt in there with the big bolts. I think I got the bolts up here. Maybe not. You know, maybe I didn't bring the bolts up. No, I got bolts for another project over here. That's another big got-to-do project. Anyhow, so I'll have to go get some more bolts because I think it'd probably be best to bolt these in, and the bolts don't cost anything. I get them out of old telephone poles when I get them, so that's a good thing. Another thing on my list to do in the next few days before it rains, I got to do one last load of leaves. I don't like the looks of them. They're not too heavy here. They're heavy in some areas of the front yard. They're heavy up here against the house. I got to get some more out of the dog pen. I got to blow off the top of the dog pen. Yeah, we're already at 12 minutes. I jabber too much. Here's the dirt. Now you're getting into the wind, so I think you might be having a problem here. Spreading dirt here. There's 4 or 5 yards. I think there's 5 yards of sifted topsoil here. It's not really that great a topsoil. So I've done that, and you can't see over here. This was this is a big drop. There's my foot. That's how big that drop is, and it was deeper over there, which is a sore point. But we got to bring in some more. But I just spread it real quick the other day with a machine, and it was a big cliff on this side too. And so this has all been filled in with the dirt. Then it was packed down, and then it was filled with a special mixed topsoil for grass. It's already been planted, and that's where we're going with that. So I don't have to do that. I also did, this is her garden here, corner garden, but right here, starting in this area here, going around, and you can see the black cat. He's 19 and a half. He's getting pretty old. This is only about a 3-inch lip, but down here it's getting to 4 and 5 inches, and so we got to build that up and taper that off. The banana trees finally passed. Anyhow, that's this stuff. Now we're going to go down and look at the I think that's everything up here. I still got you on the tripod. I'm going to have to take you on the, well, I can keep you on the tripod, just hold on to it, and we're going to go down to the #1 sawmill. I got some steel to do that job, and I'll run over some of that with you. There is the steel. Look at that little bit of steel. Those are 4-foot long pieces. This one's a 6-inch one, which is the one I think I'm going to use. This one's a 4-inch one. This is 2 by half. This is 2 by 3/8. So that's what I'm going to try to make, what I'm making out of what I'm making, if you follow that. I'm gonna try to put this tripod down. It never slides easy when you want it to slide easy, and then when you don't want it to slide easy, it falls down. It's if you're used to coming here, you know I'm always talking about it, and I'm looking where I'm walking and not looking where the camera's really showing. All right, we're gonna go down and show you. Stop at the sawmill. Try to keep an eye on where I gotta watch where I'm going and see what's in the camera at the same time. Not a good thing for an old man to keep his eye off the road. Oh, I want to show you something else that I found interesting. Go over here. Oh, Lordy. To the other side. Went the wrong direction. Forgot I had the truck in here. Oh, there's another thing I can put on my big to-do list. The wagon in there. I got so much stuff going on. I don't know, the light's goofy in the camera. I'm still working on this. There's another pile of, I can't think, kindling that I got to work on. I'll show you, that's kind of my practice in the piano today. I'm getting rid of some kindling in the back because when the fire's going, I like it to go down and put as little bit of fuel in there as possible because it's just like a it's just like a car. You put more fuel than it can handle and it'll blow smoke up the stack. Well, same with a boiler, it's an engine. Here's what we're kind of waiting on here. The trouble was the wood's coming through here, banging on here, and it stops. So I got to build a ramp up here. I like the walkway through here. And I might change the whole thing. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. What I was going to do, which I will bring up, well, I don't feel like getting it out of the car. I mean, I might think of it. I might put a ramp on it that goes all the way down to here. That's what Mark had suggested. Well, he suggested connecting it there. The first thing he said was just move this up so it comes straight off onto there, and that's not a bad idea. But I like the ability to walk through here. I have that on the mill in the back, and I don't use it that often, but I use it frequently. So I'm not sure about that. Then I was thinking about a whole piece that came down here and swung up back there, and that's still not particularly a bad idea, but kind of not going that direction, I don't think. What I'm thinking about doing is I bought that 2" by 1.5, putting a piece there's bolts here. There's no bolts on this side, so I have to drill the holes on this side. Put it in here, a piece that comes out to here, then angle the 1x6 up like this so it comes in just well, I'll probably grind that off a little bit so it's not just a sharp edge. Somehow to make it a very smooth transition with no points. So I'm going to mock it up on paper, well, not on paper, on construction, kind of construction paper type of stuff. I can't think on the pegboard, thick, not cardboard. I don't know the name of the stuff. Anyhow, that's kind of what the plan is. I'm gonna kind of look at it and see if I like it. So that's that. Now we're gonna go back to the piano. And I got other things. I got to fix the leaf vacuum. The old hose that I thought I'd get away with, I made it all but the last. I made it all but the last thing. See where it came loose here. I have another piece of that up there. That stuff's real old, and I keep cutting small pieces off for that, and it's worked pretty good. So I got to get one more load of leaves out of the backyard. Oh, I know what I was going to show you over here. This is I'll turn this noise box off so you can hear me. This is my Cadillac wood. This is the same wood cut the same time that's in the greenhouse. It's been there for 4 years. It turns gray on the outside when it's outside. I guess the water gets on it or something like that. It's pretty snappy. I can't. It just won't get any drier than that. It just dries. It's going to get. If the humidity goes up, like the wood in the greenhouse, the moisture content in this comes up. This is whatever it is. So that's what I'm going to show you. What else I was going to show you is when I put this in these boxes. This is filled all the way up. That's about 6 inches in some areas. Okay, I have not taken any wood out of there yet. Okay, I haven't taken any wood out of there. That's how much it's come down. It's come down. Now I've taken some wood out of the front row out of here. Somebody bought some, wanted some real high quality wood. Plus this is where I've been taking it for the boiler. This is looks cleaner because there's just no sunlight on it. I guess maybe what turns that gray. But look at the distance up here. That was all tight up here. Now here it's only about 4 inches. Here it's about 6 inches. When I stack these in here, I stack it to where you got to jam the last one in. And I just thought that was interesting. So if you sell wet wood, nice green wood, a cord of wood is it's gonna add up quicker. There's more volume in the cord, and if you think about it, water takes up volume, and when water dries, that volume is gone, so it will shrink. Oh, we've been on this route before. Oh, I forgot to put. I gotta get the leaves off the other side of the shed thing back here. And I did get the leaves out of this side. Can you see back there? And that takes quite a bit of time. I still got the wood splitter on there. I haven't taken that off yet. But I haven't done the leaves on this side. Can you see them in there from the building? Got to put that on the bigger to-do list. Oh, I was going to show you a couple trees too, but I forgot. That I'm the biggest procrastinator on YouTube. I hate this thing. It kind of goes on its own when you get out. But their great design was put the emergency brake right there. Okay? But if you pull the emergency brake, okay, you hit your leg. All right, here's what we got going on there. Now, that is cut off stuff that I cut off, oh, it's probably on a video a year ago. I'm guessing it's been down there. And I fill these containers up here with all that stuff. And then I put them in the greenhouse. And then I use them in the boiler. I was going to sell them. But after I watched, I think it's Larry Hoddle and Robin, Senior Woodhound, I think. He kind of got screwed. Somebody stole a bunch of his bundle wood. It's too bad that somebody has to, you know, it's the good guy paying for what the bad guy's doing, and I think that's probably in just about about everything, but I'll sit here and put these in these crates, and it takes time. But this is, you're not going to get drier kindling than this. Now these are the trims off the sawmill, and if you go back, I have 960 videos, 971 I think. I don't know, I got a lot. It shows me cutting these things up, and I fill these crates up. I've already filled a few up this morning, and then I decided, well, it's just something we'll bring you along with, because it's just something I do. But this is my piano right now, recital, because I don't feel like doing all the other stuff I just showed you I should be doing. Then to put, I should have been working on the boiler instead of cutting those telephone poles, but the guy wanted the telephone poles cut, so he was such a nice guy, you didn't want to tell him no, but he also had other things that were kind of what I thought was more important, but I procrastinate on so much stuff. So I'm always got something going on here. You saw a list of some of the stuff. I got to clean out the sawdust pit too. That whole sawdust pit's got to get cleaned out, because it's got that utility pole wood in there, and you don't want to, not that I sell my sawdust, but I just don't want it in there. I want it clean. Yeah, it'd been all right if I just sawed one. It wouldn't have been quite as bad, but I sawed, I think, crash. Oh, I didn't have it far enough back. And it is chilly out here. Now, this is the, now this mouse nest is almost all nest, but I don't know if you can see in here. Let's see, where are we at here? I guess you can see it. There's a mouse nest here. Now this mouse nest here, look at all this fiber. Where did he get that at? This one's got a little bit of it in there. I can see the grass and sawdust and all this stuff, but this is full of, it looks like cloth. It's some kind of cloth. There's another nest down there too. That's how long this stuff's been sitting. There ain't nothing around here. Okay, there's certainly nothing up that way. Then if you go around this way, there's nothing over in there that I can think of at all. This is just steel, a steel pile over here. Now there might be some insulation in some of that stuff over there, but my God, that's a heck of a long trip for him to carry that all over there. It's kind of like carrying firewood around. So I guess if you're a mouse and you're making a nest, making the nest teach you more than once, like firewood. If you're moving, it makes you more than once. Anyhow, that's about it. I'm going to get on my chores after I do some piano practice in here and start getting on my list of things I got to do, because it just chews up so much time trying to bring you guys along. But I like to bring you guys along, keep you an update. And I'll probably I have some other older videos that I'm going to put on, so stay tuned for them. So we'll see you later. I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you kind of get an idea of what's going on around here. I got a log up there that I want to saw that I've had, but I got to get the pole wood out of there, and I don't know. I got so much stuff going on. Anyhow, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell icon if you want to see the next whatever's going on around here video. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.